Hello everyone, Dalton Myers here with Own Your Survival, and today we're going to be talking about building a tinder bundle. A tinder bundle is the base for any kind of primitive fire, and what this is it's made up of different materials that will very easily create a flame from an ember. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to find some materials that you can create some very fine haired fibers, like for example cedar bark. Okay, cedar bark is pretty predominant down here in the south. So the first thing you want to do is you want to shave off some cedar bark. Okay, get yourself a bunch of cedar bark because you want to generate surface area with this material. You want as much material as you can get to improve your chances of catching an ember. So you take the cedar bark in your hand like so, and you just start to mash it in your hand. Okay, and what you're going to create is it will look like a pad, like a landing pad for your ember. And as you crush it up, and it's gonna, you see all the dust flying off it. What you're creating is something like that, and that there will catch an ember. And these fine hair materials here are what's going to catch on fire. That's the easiest to get a flame out of an ember. So that's what you want to start with, and you want to create as much surface area as you can. Because like we said, that will give you your best chance of catching an ember and starting a fire. So, as you create this, you just want to mash it in your hands, and you can tell it's good and dry. That's kind of the key component for this, is dry, okay? Because if it's wet, it won't catch on fire. So, there is your base to catch your ember in. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to take some dry grass or material close to grass, okay, and you want to make what they call a bird's nest. Now, a bird's nest is exactly what it sounds like. You take this material, you wrap it around itself, pack it in, okay, and you're creating what they call a bird's nest. Now, with that bird's nest, you're going to be able to put a little hole in the middle where your fine fibrous materials are going to go, okay. Now, what this does is, once you get an ember to land in here, what you'll want to do is, as you start to blow that and add oxygen to it to create a flame, all this material around it is easily caught on fire. Okay, so, and the goal of that is to generate a flame so that you can start building a sustainable fire. Now, one thing I like to do is I'll take a piece of dead bark or something. You can also take other pieces of cedar and you can wrap it around there like so. You put one here, and you put one on the other side, and that will help you to not burn your hands. Makes it V. It'll help you to not burn your hands, and you can also let the wind that's around you add oxygen to your fire. But I like to use a piece of bark because that'll hold your heat in the bottom of that bark, and now you have a tinder bundle. So, some things that we're going to go over later, but I'll bring up to you now, is that this fine fibrous material is not only found in nature, but it's also found generally in your bathroom. And what I mean by that is tampons and maxi pads and makeup removers. These are great tools to have in your survival kit in case it rains or you can't find any kind of dry tinder material. Now, these come in a plastic package, so they're not susceptible to water. But as you open one up, you pull your package away, okay, and make sure you put your package in your pocket. Just because you're caught in a survival situation doesn't mean you should litter, okay. And then you have your pad itself, okay, and you just start pulling away at the pad, and it's going to generate those same fibrous materials that you're looking for out of the cedar, okay. And then you can pack that right in there, and what that's going to do is that's going to give you surface area and fine fibrous materials to catch your ember. Okay, now seeing how this is the base of the fire, what you want to have directly around your tinder bundle is more flammable material, okay, and a little bit more dense flammable material so you can start building that fire. So you add your other sustainable material to your tinder bundle, and you start striking it to get a fire. That's making a tinder bundle. Thank you for watching Own Your Survival.